Hey guys, I'm back with another episode of Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection. I'm your host, Mike. Today, guys, I wanted to talk about some French cinema. I know, guys, boring. But these are some of my favorite French directors, and I just wanted to kind of scratch the surface on the French New Wave, which kind of busted out in 1960, and it was all the hip rage, when it influenced a lot of 70s directors and stuff. But the New Wave, which was influenced by film noir from America and Hollywood movies and stuff, and even some westerns and stuff. Influenced the French New Wave and stuff because they were in love with American cinema. Orson Welles and John Ford. They loved these auteur directors from Hollywood. Of Hollywood's past and everything. Started celebrating these directors and stuff again. And so there was Francois Truffaut, which is my favorite French director of all time, and Jean-Luc Goddard. Now, there's always been kind of who is the better, who is the French New Wave king? I mean, they both kind of started off. There's also Jean-Pierre Melville. I mean, there's what's his name? There's Melville. I mean, he's great, but he made so many movies and stuff, but I don't know, maybe Melville, figures in there, because he was totally influenced by film noir. He made his own French noir and stuff, but yeah, it's like, who's the French, and when we celebrate, the French New Wave, and everybody talks about it and stuff, it's like, who's the king? Who's the king of French New Wave? Okay, so I'm going to show a couple films, and maybe you decide, but I don't know. I kind of like Melville. I like Truffaut a lot. I mean, he's my favorite director. But I recently watched this. This is Day for Night. Truffaut came to America, actually. I think, or they made it in France, but it was for like Warner Brothers and stuff, and this was kind of a meta movie. It's kind of day for night is when they put a filter on the camera and they film it during the day, but the filter makes it look like night. So it's they call it a day for night shoot. It's like when they're trying to hurry up and shoot a film, and they're going to shoot the night scenes and during the day and blah, blah, blah. It's jargon, but it shows him kind of making a movie within a movie, and showing the cast and their problems and the affairs and just all the problems and crazy things that can happen on a film set and everything. And it's really good. It's highly watchable. It's got a lot. This edition's got a lot of great bonus features on it and stuff from 1973. Francois Truffaut directed that. Then there's this big box set here that Truffaut made. Now, this recently came out on 4K, but this is the what is this? This is the DVD edition of it. But yeah, this has got his Anton Donal series, which he made a series of 5 films or 4 films, starting off with with Truffaut's very first film, The 400 Blows, and which is just a classic. Which is it stars this boy, and it shows him getting in trouble. It's loosely based on Truffaut because he was this kid on the street, and he was just getting into trouble and everything. And then I think he got brought in by this woman or grandparent or somebody brought him in, and he went to school and he straightened up. He became, a newspaper writer, an essayist on movies, and became a big movie fan, and the rest is history. But yeah, he made this series with this character, shows him as a kid, and then as kind of like a young man, and then it shows him married, and then it shows him this. So for like a 20-year period, they did, the 400 Blows, Love on the Run, Bed and Board, Stolen Kisses. And it's pretty cool. It shows this one character aging. It's kind of like, what Richard Linklater did with Boyhood, he filmed it 20 years later, 10 years later, or whatever, and shows, grown up. But But yeah, but this is over a series of time and, you know, different movies and stuff, and it's kind of that character of Anton Donau. But this is a cool box set too. It's got some bonus stuff on here. Not a lot of stuff, but it's got like Truffaut's second film, which is like it's kind of a short film. But that's in there. But anyways, pretty cool. I mean, that's not even scratching the surface of Truffaut's movies and stuff. I just wanted to show that, you know, and everything. Now, Jean-Luc Godard, now he broke out on the scene. Now, see, the two films we're going head to head with would be The 400 Blows and this movie, Breathless, by Jean-Luc Godard. And just big influence, huge influence. This was even remade in 1984 with Richard Gere in the role, but this is the original. That's got you know, Jean-Paul Belmondo, which made him an international star. Jean Seberg, the tragic Jean Seberg. I mean, she you know, broke out on this movie, and she was a style influence and model, and just huge influence of this movie. Can almost be like Jean-Luc Godard could almost be the winner in a way, but Jean-Luc Godard's filmography after this is hit or miss, really hit or miss. You know, he on purpose made movies bad just to say he made a bad movie, and just he would do kind of a-hole things like that, you know. But man, this is a great release by Criterion. This is huge. This is heavy. This is the first DVD edition of it, I believe. It's 2 discs. It's got a bunch of extras on it and stuff. But I would say, you know, because this is, you know, such an influential movie. You know, it was even remade in the 80s. That's how influential it is. You know, it's just filmed in black and white. It's kind of a, you know, a tribute to film noir and how that black and white look. And they're on the run, you know, this man and woman, they're on the run, they're like criminals, and it's kind of Bonnie and Clyde-ish, you know, everything. And now later on he would make this movie with another famous actress, who I believe he was married to her briefly, I believe. And this is kind of a meta movie. It's kind of a movie about a movie also. I wanted to kind of show this version, and then you know, Truffaut's Day for Night, you know, kind of their tribute to you know, making a movie and movie on a movie. But yeah, this has got Brigitte Bardot, who became a huge, you know, international star. Contempt. It's also got Jack Palance in it, and it's also got a little kind of a bit part with Fritz Lang. Director Fritz Lang shows up in this. This was made in 1960, I believe, 63. So this is a few years later after Breathless and everything, and really cool movie, actually. I mean, it really is. It just shows Jack Palance, you know, trying to, you know, make this movie and blah blah blah, you know, all the breakdown of his marriage, and just, you know, very artsy and stuff too, but also a lot of fun, very interesting, you know, to watch it. And this is the original Criterion release of it in the big box DVD, and it's got 2 discs, and it's got a lot of stuff on it. So Contempt by Jean-Luc Godard. So I don't know, out of those two, who's more influential? You know, was it The 400 Blows or was it Breathless? I mean, 2 very, very influential movies of the French New Wave that would you know, influence cinema, American cinema. It's like their tribute to American cinema of the past would influence American cinema again, you know. Kind of gave it a boost in the 70s and stuff. So there you go. I mean, you know, a lot of the directors, you know, that, you know, Francis Ford Coppola and George Lucas and, you know, Scorsese and everybody was influenced by the French New Wave, you know. So there you go, guys. What do you think? I don't know if I've asked a question or I didn't ask a question. Did I ask a question and answer my own question, or just posing a question to you. What do you think was the more influential French New Wave movie? 400 Blows or Breathless? So you guys, if you know the answer, let me know, and I will see you guys later.